Welcome back to Sincerely V.
I am Vanessa Jen, and I'm still having a conversation with Mrs. Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings, and we're gonna get into more fun fashion.
Okay.
So, of course, I love your outfit today.
Thank you.
And you've been a trendsetter for the kaba, the slit, the head wrap.
Thank you.
Have you ever? Okay, what made you become? What made you feel like this is the look you wanted to go for? This is how you wanted to be identified?
I didn't quite set out to plan it, but we were coming out of a difficult situation.
Mm-hmm.
So we go for a conference, or I go for a conference, even without my husband, and everybody's wearing their designer clothes,
Right.
their Dior's, their Chanel's,
Yeah.
and what have you. And you know, Ghana couldn't afford to give me anything, let alone buy designer clothes.
Right.
So everything had to be on me,
Okay.
or in my family maybe. So I just took a decision that, you know what, first of all, I can't compete.
Okay. 'Cause
Secondly,
they're coming out with all these
the-
name brands.
Yes, and of course they had far more money than we could ever have.
Right.
So I decided that I'm going to just create my own style.
Okay.
And that style is going to be based on fabric that is made in Ghana. And so I decided I'm going to go GTP and TTL.
Okay.
TTL has a lot of color,
Right.
and so has ATL actually.
Yes, they do.
But it was at a time when sometimes the factories are working, sometimes they're not working. So I just decided that, okay, I'll design my own clothes
Okay.
and get the dressmakers to make it for me.
So you designed every
I do
piece.
design,
Okay.
not each, but most of the, once they get used to my type of style, then they do it for me. But
Okay.
otherwise, I kind of sketch it and I said, this is the way I'm going to put a bit here, this
Oh,
way.
wow. Okay.
So I started wearing things my way. And then I decided to add the headgear to make it more African.
Africanized, yeah.
And so when we go for the congress, the meetings, the conferences, they're wearing their lovely clothes, and I'm wearing my nice kaba and slit,
Yeah.
you know, with my headgear. And with time, everybody started wearing
Yes,
the
it became a
fabric. It became
trend.
trendy. And sometimes they would say, can you sew us something from Ghana? I say, okay, give me your measurements. And then I'll make
Okay.
things for them, the best of them.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And so I didn't set out to do it, but circumstances
It happened.
made me do so.
Was there ever a point when you wanted to leave the trend behind, where you were like, you know, I've done it for so many years, now everyone has come on board, I want to try something different?
Well, because I wear pants and skirts and things to the office, it wasn't like something that I was wearing
did.
every day.
Okay.
If I were not going to meet people, certain people in the office, you would have come in and I would have been wearing my skirt
Okay.
or my trousers
Okay.
and my nice jacket and my top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at no point did I sit back and say, no, maybe I should change my style.
Okay.
And so no, I didn't think of it that way because I had other things that I was
Right.
also wearing. It was not a set rule.
Okay.
The only, set in that equation was when I was meeting the rich.
Right. Right.
So that was the only
Time you were.
time that I really just stuck to my
your trend.
my trend. Yeah.
Now, what do you like to do for fun? Like when you're laid back, you're with family, you're with friends, what do you enjoy doing?
I read a lot.
Okay.
I love dancing, even alone in my
Yes,
room.
We know you love dancing.
Especially if I like the music, I can put it on, and as I'm cleaning the room, I'll be dancing and
Okay.
all that. So I love dancing. I love music. I love poetry.
Okay.
I like the arts. You know, I love sports also. I swim a lot.
You swim.
I swim a lot. I do a lot of gym
Okay.
when I can.
But that's how you're still staying very fit and trim and
fit, yes, but trim. I think it's part of the family
right genes.
legacy. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure if all my sisters go to the gym every day, but they're all slim.
They're all petite.
Yeah.
Like my family too, my sisters, my cousins, we're all very, very petite. So even people think we're way younger than we are. And
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to tell people, hey, I'm older than you.
I know, I know.
I have to
And they're
really
like,
tell them,
really?
yeah, how old are you?
Now, sorry. We also see you a lot at entertainment events. Is that your way of supporting our entertainment industry?
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay.
I have supported a number of musicians to come out with their first albums or support them in whatever they want to do.
Okay.
Sometimes they have their programs, they invite me, and I do everything to attend,
Right.
to show the interest
Okay.
in their music, in their performances. I believe that a country cannot develop and leave the arts behind.
Right.
Arts, sports, these two. If you don't develop those two areas, then I think you're wasting your time.
Right.
Half of it.
And currently, who are some of the musicians you listen to?
Oh, now you're putting me in a fix. You know, I love these musicians so much. They're going to call me, oh, mommy, you didn't call my name. But I love all the music.
Okay.
Because I do dance to any music that I can.
Right.
They're doing well. They're picking up on even old tunes that we knew before.
Yes.
Yes. You know, things that we knew when we were little.
Right.
They're picking on those things and just bringing them out again.
Okay.
And for me, it's a plus for the young people and the musicians.
Definitely.
Because at no point did I think I'll hear some of these things again.
Right.
And it's being put in a way that is far different from the way we knew it.
Right,
Except the tune is the same.
Right.
Almost. So I'm not going to pick on any individual,
artist.
but
Okay.
I love a number of the female singers.
Oh, yeah.
I love Becca, I love Efia, I love Kakai,
Me
or whatever her
too.
name is.
Kaki.
Kaki. You know,
Kakai is a song. So
Not that one.
But you do, okay.
Yeah, and I like the guys
Yes.
also. Those who are singing alone, or Chami Kwame, and
Yes.
all these, you know, Kwabena, they are good.
Right.
They all have their styles.
Okay.
That's why I don't want to say I love this better, because they're going to,
Yeah, they're gonna be like, Mom.
yeah, how come you didn't mention my name? I love them all.
Okay, now that we've discussed the music industry and the musicians that you love, the type of music that you're into, the Ghanaian movie industry.
Did I mention Sarkodie?
Oh, Sarkodie. You
I
didn't.
love them all.
You love them all, but did you just mention
Sarkodie.
Sarkodie? I think he's a top contender for everyone. Everyone
Really?
loves Sarkodie. He's
Oh,
definitely,
good.
he's paving the way for many of our artists. So that's major,
good.
yeah. So the music industry, we've touched on it.
Yeah.
The movie industry, are you into the Ghanaian movie industry?
To some extent, yes.
Okay.
Just before you came to the office, there was a lady in my office, and we put the TV on. Her mom had died, so she was coming to tell me about the arrangement and all that. She's my architect. And then something came on TV. I think it was a film.
Okay.
And what they were doing on TV, I thought that if we had a proper censoring department,
Right.
at that time of the day, the guy should not have been doing that thing
Right.
with the lady on the full view of viewers.
Right.
I don't always watch films.
Okay.
Because I'm more into documentaries and news and all that. And half the time I'm working so much that
You don't have
I
the
don't have time. But the little that I see, I've seen a couple of films by, what's her name? It's a double barrel name.
Shirley Frimpong Manso.
Frimpong Manso. I've seen about 2 or 3 of her films.
Okay.
I think they're great.
Yeah, she's excellent.
You know, yeah, she puts effort into
Right.
it. And I've seen a couple of others as well. I saw some films that Amake was acting in, very, very good. And a couple of others. But I think that as we churn out movies, there has to be a regulatory body that can say, this can only show after 11 p.m. when children are in bed. this you can show during the day.
Right.
We've mixed it all up, and as if there's no yardstick in this country. It used to be there. What has become of our regulatory bodies? What is it? That is making the whole country, you know,
go down
in everything.
Yes.
Not just that, but you can always judge, you know, whether we're doing well or not with some of these things.
Yes.
So for me, I cannot tell you this is my favorite film, or that is the bad one. But I think that we should look at how we regulate things on our TV, including the Nigerian films.
Right. So you did mention Amake as she's doing very well in the movie industry.
It's because she's called Konadu.
That's right. But who else would you say is your favorite actress or actor?
That's tough. Yeah. You know, I know the faces, but sometimes I don't know the names.
The name to the face. Okay, so describe one, and let's see if we can try to...
Yeah. For example, the lady who played... I don't know whether she went off with somebody who had HIV and the person was dying or something.
Who's that?
It was also, I think, another from Pomansu.
Was it?
Film, yeah.
Okay, okay.
I think I prefer Yvonne Okoro.
Yvonne Okoro?
Yvonne Okoro.
Yes.
This lady, I think she's Ashanti. She does a lot of these Ashanti films. You see her, sometimes she's got her hair all messed up. Nama.
Okay, Nanama McBrown. Okay.
She's versatile.
Okay.
Now, when an actress is versatile, it makes it easier for you to accept certain roles that she plays, because she can play any role.
Right.
And I find that interesting.
Right.
So, much as I may not say she's my best actress, I think she's one person who's doing well.
Versatile. Do you think we have a lot of versatility in the industry when it comes to our actors and actresses?
I think it could be better.
It could be better.
I think so.
Okay.
It could be as good as the music is doing.
Okay.
Because the music is doing very, very well. And so if maybe, you know, when economies are not doing well, people don't put money into filmmaking.
Right.
Even in music, unless you really have somebody who jives it up, you won't get somebody to back you. So in the arts, you need industry to be doing well.
Right.
Arts and sports.
Right.
If the industries have collapsed, there's no way that sports and the arts will be encouraged.
Do you think the government is investing enough into the arts, both music and movies?
I don't think so at all.
No.
I think it's been left to private participation and private sponsorship. But you know, you don't need the government to directly invest in it.
Okay.
But they can do the things that can actually create the enabling environment for the arts to grow and thrive.
Right.
It's not happening.
Right.
It's not happening. And I think that the artists and artists are really suffering.
Right.
But
do you feel like maybe they're not using their voice to be heard? Do they need to do more?
Perhaps. Perhaps. But I think that they should voice things out. Okay. Because somebody might have a very good script and will not find anybody
to fund
it.
Right.
You know, that then breaks you and you're like, what's the point?
That's true. Very, very true.
You know, so we need certain things to be happening in the economy, in the country, by the government, not directly infusing capital into the arts,
right,
but by doing things indirectly that will actually promote and let the arts grow.
Right.
They're not doing it.
Okay, so let's get a little lighter and back to you. Now, we know you love to dance. We know you love music.
I used to sing, you know.
Really?
Oh, now I can't.
Okay, I was just about to say, can you, okay, so you used to sing.
I used to sing, yeah.
Wow.
I was singing in a band.
Growing up as a child?
Yeah, growing up. And I used to sing in the choir. I used to sing in an opera.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But listen to the voice
now.
Well,
you do have that love for music, so
I love
it makes sense.
Music. But apart from that, I come from a family that actually encourages those things. You're either doing piano, or you're singing, or you're acting,
right,
you know. So it's the family.
It's the family.
It's the family. upbringing.
What do you yes, you sing, you sing. You used to sing. You love music.
Yes.
What about, what do you love to eat? What's your favorite food?
Wow.
That every day of the week you can say.
Easy on food.
You are.
I'm easy on food because I love cooking.
Okay.
So I cook what I want to eat.
But what do you love to cook? What would you say?
Groundnut soup.
Okay.
I love groundnut soup. I cook what I want to eat.
Whatever.
Sometimes if I want to eat, as my children used to call it, the green soup.
Okay.
Mommy, you've made some green soup. I said, yes, it's green.
Yeah.
They don't want to taste it. It's green. But later on, it was like, oh, this is the best soup. Yeah.
Right.
So I do like a lot of gari photo.
Okay.
And I make it different ways. And
you could definitely have to teach me.
I'll teach you my way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready to learn.
I'll teach you my way.
Okay.
I make good okra soup.
I love okra.
You do?
Yes, I do.
I'll teach you how to make mine.
Okay.
As for the jollofs and the fried rice, and anybody can do that.
Right.
But
I actually just perfected jollof.
Oh.
I know.
You know, some people think that you should put the rice in when it's not cooked at all.
Yeah, no.
And that gives a lot of problems because it gets burnt and all that. Then you don't want to eat your own food because it's burnt. But there are other styles of doing it.
Okay.
So
the other techniques I have to learn.
Other techniques.
Okay. So we know your favorite food. What's your favorite color?
Actually, I don't have any.
Really?
Because I like bright colors. I wouldn't mind taking your clothes off and wearing it.
Really?
Because it's bright. If you're wearing black, I'll say, oh, keep it.
Right.
I like bright colors, primary colors.
Okay.
So anything that's primary in color,
you like?
I like.
Have you always been like that since you were a child?
Always.
Okay.
Always. Because, you know, in my house, they used to call me lady.
Oh.
For various reasons.
Okay.
You know, when the whole family is fighting, I sit in the corner. My mother is like, they're beating you up and you're not saying anything. No, I'm a lady. So everybody called me a lady.
Right.
Lady. But I really like colors that are vibrant.
Okay.
And I've always been like that. I've always looked at my mother in her high heels and, you know, her lipsticks and I'm sitting back and I'm telling my cousins, I'm definitely wearing these when I grow up.
That's the same as me. Same. Even as a child, I always admired my mom for her heels, and she was very ladylike and
prim and proper.
Yeah.
Going out to a dance, going for a cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it makes it difficult for me to say this is my favorite color.
Okay.
So long as it's nice and bright, I will wear it.
Okay.
You know, I don't like dull colors. If I have to go to a funeral, fine, I'll wear it. But otherwise, I'll take my bright colors. Yes, anytime. I think it's good for the spirit.
Right.
Because
even when you look at it, you get happy. You get happy. Okay.
They're happy colors. Absolutely.
And also, speaking of your childhood, because you did say as a child you were always in the corner, madame.
Well, not quite just not always wanting to be part of the fight.
Right. Were you like that at school? What school did you attend? Let's start school.
I started, you know, my dad was with the UAC, blah, blah, blah. And so when he was in charge of Eastern Region, we were based in Nkoko.
Okay.
And I went to the Nkoko, I think it was a Methodist primary school.
Okay.
But I was only in class 2 or something like that. And then they brought him to Accra to come and help with the formation of, you know, just moving from white people manning the ministries to having competent black people to manage.
Right.
So they brought a lot of people from the UAC who had done management courses and had worked within establishments that were that had the historical antecedent that they were good.
Okay.
And so we moved to Accra when I was like maybe 5 years or 6.
Okay.
Yeah. And then from there we came to where we now. There was a school here.
Okay.
A British lady had a school. Can't remember her name now.
Okay.
And I went there for a year. Then my mother discovered another school, Mrs. Sam's school.
Okay.
And she said, oh, this white woman is just teaching you songs. Not just me, my my siblings and I, maybe there were
How
three
many
of us.
siblings?
I have 6.
Oh wow. Okay.
We're 7.
Okay.
Oh no, actually, when my dad died, we discovered 2 more.
So 9.
Yeah, 9.
Okay.
My brother had died like 3 years ago. So,
Okay.
and so from there we went to Mrs. Sam's school. That was a preparatory school.
Okay.
And while we were there, my mother discovered another school, experimental school. She shifted us to experimental school.
Okay.
And then she discovered the Ghana International School and split us into 2.
Somewhere.
Took half to Ghana International School and left some in another school.
Okay.
So from experimental school, I went to Ghana International School.
Okay.
And then from Ghana International School to Achimota School.
Achimota.
Yes.
Who would you say was your best friend at Achimota? Or who is your best friend now? Who would you say, regardless of anything you're going through, it could be someone maybe from childhood who's still in your life, that has been like the greatest support system for you?
Wow. That's tough. At the moment, because of the ages of my children, they are my friends.
Okay.
They're like my friends. They tell me off when they have to.
Right.
Yeah, Mom, you can't do this, and
Right.
no, what you're wearing is not good. But they are there for me. But I have people I've worked with when we invested together, like Betty,
Betty.
Akufu Amwabeng, and even the other Betty, also my architect.
Okay.
You know, there are a couple of people that I would hang out with and
Right.
say they are my
Right.
friends. Yes. But I think that your growing up sometimes either stops you from just making friends for the sake of it.
Yes.
Because my mom, you can't go out that you're going to visit a friend. And a friend can't come there that they're coming to visit you.
Right.
She's going to ask them, don't you have anything to do in your home?
Same.
If you have nothing to do in your home,
Find
come.
something. Yeah.
I will give you some work to do.
Right.
So my friends really didn't like to come to the house.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Sometimes they would come when they think my mother is busy.
Right.
And so you grow up not frolicking,
Right.
you know. And when you don't frolic, you don't have best friends per se.
That's
and
true.
She made sure of it.
That's true.
Because she'll tell you, I don't need anybody to come and influence my children.
It's true. And one of your greatest friends or best friends has to be our former president, Agyeman-Rawlings. How did you meet him? How did the, let's say, love story begin?
Oh gosh, everybody wants to know the love story. What if there was no love story?
There has to be a love story. Has to be.
I think the love story will be told later. But we met in school.
Okay.
First in primary school, and then in secondary school.
Okay.
In Achimota school.
Okay.
And then we happened to be sitting in the same class. Then later on, he moved to another class, you know. Well, they moved, those who were very brilliant, they moved them out of our year. They wanted to try these 4-year courses.
Okay.
So they moved them into other classes to do the 4-year courses.
Oh wow.
Yeah, two forms. I think the first form and the second form.
Right.
We were then in the second form. We had an exam, and then they just
Moved them
shifted 46 people
Oh wow.
into one class,
Okay.
and then 46 of the first year into another class. They were called the X's, like
The X's.
very clever. X.
Right.
I think either X or Y. I think X. And so they did the 4-year courses,
Okay.
and the rest of us did 5 years.
Regular.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know you said the love story will come later,
Later.
but who asked who on a date? How did it initially begin?
Can I drink some water?
Of course. And then we want to know.
You know why I'm drinking the water? Gives me time to think. No, really, there's so much or so little you can do in a boarding school. And you may notice each other but may not be amorously involved.
Right.
He said from the minute he saw me, he knew that's the woman he will marry. That's what he says. I started seeing him differently and more seriously after he left the school.
Okay.
So in between that,
Okay.
maybe that's where the love
It evolved.
picked up.
Right.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
But
And speaking of it being serious, we all know our former president as being a very serious man. Is he also like that at home?
you know, somebody asked me, does he laugh in the house? I said,
Aw.
of course he laughs.
Right.
Oh, but are you not afraid of him? I said, no. Why would I marry somebody I'm afraid of?
Right.
You know, but people seem to think that because he's very passionate about the country, and anything that's not going well, he gets really, really upset about it, and so passionate
Right.
that he can't smile about things when they're going wrong.
Right. Right.
But he's easygoing sometimes, especially when he's doing something that he really likes.
Right.
And so he's a normal human being,
Right.
except he's passionate about this country and whether it's going right or wrong. Yeah.
Okay. And also, what were your thoughts when comments have been made that you were running the affairs from the background for our former president?
That's very uncomplimentary.
Right.
It's not flattering at all. He's not just passionate. He's a very deep person. He has the ability to work and change things. So for anybody to say that I was doing everything from the background, no.
Okay.
However, if he asks my opinion on issues, I'll give him an honest opinion. Because I don't have to lie to him.
Right.
I don't have to tell him, you know, it's black when it's blue.
Right.
And I had so many women out there who could actually give me information about the exact situation that was going on.
Right.
So I didn't have to lie to him.
Right.
I would tell him the truth all the time.
Okay.
If that was perceived as running things from the background, well,
Then-
so be it.
Right.
But I can tell you that I wasn't running anything from the background.
You were not.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
No, I wasn't. Not at all. But if he asked my opinion on things, he would get an honest opinion.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, so we're gonna take, oh, this is interesting. We're gonna take another quick break. And when we get back, we have a lot more coming to you. Stay tuned.
Sincerely V will be right back.